Satnam, how are you? It's been quite a while, and I was just seeing what that was behind me. We're here in Akumal. We have been kindly gifted a place to stay for 7 weeks, a long time, and we're going to be able to work on some new offerings for 2019, which we're very excited about. But I wanted to bring you in because one of those things is going to be some really simple cooking. And you know, if you already know how to cook, then you don't need simple cooking instructions. But maybe you're like me. When in 2001, when I was about to make changes, I needed to make changes. I was going up to 220 pounds, and I needed to make some food changes. So I actually met somebody, and he helped teach me how to cook some of the simplest things, and some of those simple things remain the basis of what I do today. So today we're going to do a bit of a scramble. So let's just have a look at what we've got going on here. So I've washed everything in purified water. I am in Mexico, and so using purified water, and we've got some onion, mushrooms, broccoli, some asparagus, yellow pepper, and tomato. Now I'm going to make myself a little guacamole, kind of guacamole, but with more veggies in it. So shall we start chopping? All right, let me know if you're here. Gosh, I didn't bring my computer in so that I could see. Samaj is coming over, so we can ask him to bring a computer so that I can see if you leave a comment, I can see it. Let's get him to come and say hello. He just made his breakfast. I think he had a rice and bean turned like saying, "Come on in." Look, there he is. Hey Samaj, we're live on YouTube.
Yes.
Say hi.
Hi.
Could you possibly bring in a computer so that we could see the comments, please?
Okay, I'm right.
Thank you. He's kind of in the middle of something, but being very accommodating. Bless him. So yeah, let me know if you're here. I'm a little slanted there. Trying to make myself a little tripod here. Okay, so let's get going. So the first thing that I do is I think of food preparation now not as slaving over a hot stove, but more as first a meditation and second as feeding myself. That I'm literally beyond eating the food. I truly believe that part of our hunger is our connection with our food, where it came from, how it was grown, how it was prepared, and that the more we can take on of that, the more satisfied our appetite is, and the less we're eating, right? So it wasn't some crazy diet that I did to lose 85 pounds. It was becoming more connected to the food that I was eating, where it came from, how much I was eating, and preparing it myself. When I was a practicing attorney, I didn't have a lot of time to do that, so I left it to other people. The challenge is when you leave it to other people, you don't know what they're doing with it. So we're going to turn on a little bit of oil in the pan, and once I've washed all the vegetables and got them all prepared, then I actually start the cooking, because I think that's the easiest thing. So I'm going to take the onion first, and you can see the veggies rather than me. There you go. And we're going to chop the onion. So I just chop it. I'm going to save a little for the guacamole kind of thing that I'm making. It doesn't matter how you chop this, just get it into some small pieces. Watch your fingers. That's always a good way to be. Okay, that's good enough for the scramble. So this is interesting. I don't have so much here, you see, doing my camera work. So what I do first is I cook the onions, and then I start chopping the other things. So this is how you just wash it all, get it all here, everything that you need, and then always onions first. And I'm going to save just a little handful for in my guacamole bowl. And those I'm just going to chop up a little finer. So I put one hand here, the other hand here, and I'm chopping like that and back again. I didn't go to chef school, so if you're a chef and you're an expert chopper, do it how you do it. But if you haven't chopped before, I get lots of questions from people saying, I just don't know how to chop, it takes so long. It does take a while, but think of it as a meditation and think of it as literally feeding your soul. In South America, they have a condition called soul sickness. Do you think many of us might be suffering from that? Literally, our souls feeling disconnected from us. This is one way that we can reignite that connection through our food. So this little handful I'm going to put over there in a little bowl. So that's going to be my guacamole. Awesome. So the next thing that I would put in is my mushrooms. So I had wiped my mushrooms because mushrooms don't like to be soaked, right? So I'd wiped them, but they still look dirty, so then I peeled them. So that's what they look like. You can just, if you've never peeled a mushroom, which somebody said to me today, they'd never done that. Didn't even know you could. You just go like that, and you pull off the egg. I've already thrown the skins away. And then chop them, either slice them, or you can quarter them. It's up to you. That's the other beautiful thing. When you're making your own food, you get to do it your way. I think Samaj is trying to connect over there, so if you're here, let me know that you're here, because I would love to say hello to you. If you have cooking challenges, let me know. Like, what is it you'd like to be able to cook? Do you have 10 staple recipes that you can just pull out and do without having to fuss over them? I know I didn't when I started this kind of volume, and I wasn't eating meat. I'm still not eating meat, but I do eat eggs now. I had 16 years of not eating eggs. But you could still make this scramble with tofu. It's just the same kind of principle. I've included the stalks of my mushrooms because I like to waste not, want not, as my grandma would say. So I'm just chopping the stalks in half, like so, and then down the middle in half. So we've got 4 little quarters, right? Thank you so much. The stove is going to be on. Thank you so much. Let's put it over here. Ah, Bhakti Charanka. Satnam, baby. Oh, let me see if I can. Hold on, let me mute this. Pharaoh muted? I think so. No. Okay. Didn't get my wooden spoon. I just love this wooden spoon. I don't know about you, but I got a thing about like wooden things. Oh, Adisandri and Mary. Satnam. Satnam to all of you. It's so beautiful to see you. I've just got to try and turn this. I've got to get this volume off. I've got double volume going on here. Ah, and voila. Ta-da! The volume is off. So if you just joined, what we've got going on is a breakfast scramble. It's actually, I don't know, 4:30 in the afternoon. We've walked 6 miles today, went to get our eggs, and we like to walk up to the Pueblo in Akumal. And then we called and had a little espresso. And then we walked along the beach, quite a rocky walk across, across these rocks, walked home. So now I'm getting to eat, which is awesome. So I've got some onions in the pan. I always like to get those going whilst I'm chopping the rest of the stuff. And then we've got, hold on. Da-da-da-da. If I can't bring the camera to the chopping board, I will bring the chopping board to the camera. Oh, that's awesome. Some of our angels are talking to one another. The angels behind the Patreon curtain, that's lovely. So, and on the back, I've got some beans. They're just warming up. See those? These were dried beans that we soaked overnight and then prepared those with some ginger and some garlic and all that good stuff. So let's turn this one up. Beautiful. So we're getting those onions going. They're taking a minute. That one isn't heating up that well. So let's do it on this one. There we go. Getting used to this different stove. It's electric and electric stove. So since I was a kid, I haven't used one of these. All right. So as we're making this, back to Sharon says, watching this is making her hungry again. I wish you were here. In fact, I wish all of you were here. And next year, if you want to be here, you can. We will be doing some retreats in Akumal, for sure. So as I said, we're here courtesy of an angel who has loaned us their house to stay in until we house it in Orange in February. And it's a very interesting time for us. As you may know, we packed up our belongings, gave most of them away. We thought the plan was one thing and maybe it's another thing, and it's all extremely up in the air, I have to say. I guess I wanted uncertainty and it's what I've got. And so, Hadi Sundry says it's supper time, and we'd love for you to come and see us, Hadi Sundry. I lost my train of thought there, but that's okay. So, so we're here and we're working on a new membership forum. New membership offerings. We have Patreon, that's where we come be community. And if you're behind the Patreon curtain, then you will always get a discount on anything we offer outside of it. But one of the things I'm really interested in doing is helping people actually get to make some food without it being such a big hassle, and learning the anatomy of recipes as opposed to just a rote recipe. So this scramble we're making today can be anything out of your fridge that you like or that you have, right? And you can, if you don't have everything, maybe you just have some, well, first you might just have some eggs, put them in. Maybe you've got some mushrooms and some onions, throw those in. I'm putting the asparagus in because it was here, so I want to use it. We were at the farmer's market in Akumal, which is one stall twice a week, but it has everything we need. So we don't need 10 million stalls. We just need the one stall with everything that we need. As I was saying, it's a very interesting time for us, and really having to settle deep in my belly and my heart that I have feelings of being a failure, of not having achieved enough, or that kind of stuff. But what I want to know from you is, what do you want? How are you feeling? And what would help you make 2019 a year that helps you feel better in your life? Because of all the people I've worked with, of all the things I read, and for myself, we might want many things, but ultimately, we want to feel better. The Buddha says that what we all have in common is that we want to be happy. Well, in the Western world, we've kind of fucked up happiness, because we think it's this thing where as long as we have a smile on our face and we feel good about everything and everything's good, then we're happy. But if everything's not good, we don't like it, right? Well, the thing is, life is light and dark. Sometimes our oceans are throwing themselves at the rocks like they were this morning when we were down at the beach for sunrise. And other times they're lapping at our shores. And in between they can be doing anything, right? It's not about what the ocean's doing or ocean of life is doing, but it's how we deal with it, right? How we deal with that ocean. And we can't control what life throws at us, but we can learn to better control how we react to it. I can hear my onions sizzling. Do you hear them? Mm-hmm. Always a good sign. I don't have fresh garlic, which would be nice, but not necessary. So there we go. That's good enough for me. You can cook them as much as you want. I kind of like them a little crispy. I'm going to throw the mushrooms in there now. This is actually quite a big breakfast. Samaj already ate, but he may be getting a bit of scramble with me because I think I've made quite a bit. But as I say, this is my first meal of the day. I'm starting a fast tomorrow and doing 8-hour fasting windows. 8-hour eating windows. So I like to go out and do the walk and everything, and then come back and eat. How about you? When do you eat? Oh yes, let's mix those in. Oh, got a bit of tomato in there. No tomato in there. Tomatoes for the guacamole. Okay, so while that's kind of cooking up, we can chop more stuff. I'm going to chop my tomato. So for me, I just slice it. I'm actually not a big tomato eater, but I will eat it a bit with a bit of avocado. And I like a little avocado, a little onion. How'd you like your avocado? Your guacamole? So Akumal has very interesting weather. I haven't been anywhere like this before. The high is about 85 and the low is about 72. That's over a 24-hour period. So at night time, or 3 o'clock in the morning, it's 72 degrees. It's pretty awesome. We have a beautiful place to stay in. I'm feeling very, very blessed about that. See, there's the tomatoes. We're going to add those into there. Yummy. Give our mushrooms a bit of a stir. What's for supper, Adisandri? Now you can season along the way too. You can use salt and pepper along the way. I tend not to use a lot of salt, so I might use that a bit at the end. I'm now going to cut up my broccoli. That wants to be relatively small, but I would say no smaller than this. Because when it gets too small, and actually like really soggy broccoli, when it gets too small, it gets kind of mushy. I might have a little too much broccoli on here, so we'll see. But good for calcium, and I need calcium. Like many others. Just cutting it up. I love this breakfast. It's all just such a beautiful meditation. And really pretty along the way, right? We're going to take the asparagus. I don't eat a lot of asparagus. So I'm just going to chop that into little chunks. See how that is. And like I say, if you don't eat eggs, you can make this with tofu. Make a tofu scramble. I'm going to do, I just did that. So I'm going to do the avocado. So if you don't know how to get your pit out, get your knife in firm and just twist it. And then just pull straight. Pull the knife away and the stone away, right? Be very careful with the knives. Get rid of that. Alrighty, we are now, well, we're not cooking with gas as we'd say in England, we're actually cooking with electric. So here the mushrooms are cooking down, and at this point we can start to add the asparagus. Let those just cook in. I'm going to put the beans back over there because we're getting very close. So how can you get in on the action? You can come over to patreon.com/Hola, and over the next week or two I'm going to be actually revamping that whole page, offering some new levels. And we'll be getting together for those angels who are wondering when we're getting fast. I think it's not next Sunday but the one after, so what are we today? The 2nd, the 9th, the 16th will be the next Angels Live yoga class. So if you haven't joined the Angels yet and you want to get in on a live monthly class, now's the time. Throwing in the broccoli. I've got to get my R's right? I'm in Mexico. We're really trying to learn Spanish here. And I actually understand way more Spanish than I ever have. So that's a blessing. So now we've got a big old scramble going on here. Possibly too much of a scramble. But we'll see. I'm basically thinking of the eggs as just kind of almost binding them together. I just whisked up a couple of eggs in here, and now I'm going to get that guacamole going. So I just run the knife around and pop it out. There's a little bit left there, we'll take that. For me, I just kind of chop the avocado up before I put it in the bowl. So pop that in there. A nice little layers there. Yum, yum, yum. Grab a fork. Look at this amazing silverware. I love it. I'm just going to mix this up. Now this I will use a little salt and pepper, which I'll put in afterwards. I've got to get it. It gets moist here, so you have it in the back. You can make this as smooth or as chunky as you like. Today I'm going for a little more chunk, and actually I think I'm going to add another half of avocado, and we'll have some of this later. Meanwhile, in the pan, this is what's going on. Delicious! So let's get a little salt and another avo. Getting used to where everything is in the kitchen. Let's just do a little sprinkle of salt there. You know what, I'm going to put a little sprinkle on my veggies. There we go. Everything has to be very well sealed because it is so moist here, which is really rather lovely. So, I'm going to use the half without the pit, save the half with the pit, and that I'll put a little cling film over it, and that will preserve it, and it will stay nice and fresh in the fridge for a couple of days, if you can keep your avocado for a couple of days. We definitely can't. So I'm just going to chop that again. It's really nice to see you. It's been a while, and you might have wondered where we've been, or maybe not. Been working on how we're going to go forward. Isn't that a good plan, right, for December? Have you thought about how you're going to go forward? Are you going to go through next year the same way that you went through this year? Did it work for you? Because if it did, that's great. But if it didn't, is there a different way? Is there a better way? Have you put yourself at the top of your list, or are you still rattling down at the bottom? Would 2019 be the year that you could say, you know what, I can still be everything to everyone, but I can include myself in that. I'm just going to get clean up here. My board is too messy for me. There we go. Clean as you go means that you don't have a lot of cleanup at the end. I learned that when I was working at McDonald's when I was 16 years old. I used to say, time to lean is time to clean. And clean as you go. There we go, that's much better. I'm going to take some lime and squeeze the lime. You could get the juicer, but actually I've got clean hands and I'm just pressing in and the juice is coming out. We made a beautiful lime vinaigrette last night that I'm going to be sharing as one of the recipes in Patreon for the new cooking reward. I'm excited about that. Let us know if you're here. I'd like to say hi. And how is cooking for you? What's your biggest challenge when you're cooking? Okay, We've got enough here. I don't want my veggies to be too soft. Let's see. Perfecto. Let's get those eggs in there. See how our beans are doing. Great. Beans are ready. Veggies are ready. This is going to be my one meal of the day. And I'm excited. I'm just going to throw the eggs in there now. Well, not throw them in. You know what I mean. I'm so happy that we can do lives from here because we're going to be having some live meditation classes. Abby Sundry. No, you didn't miss too much, babes. We're just sauteing vegetables, making a little guacamole. I've just added the eggs in, which is not a lot of eggs, it's mostly vegetables. Isn't that great? Just that kind of, you can let it sit for a little minute and cook on the bottom while you clean everything up, because it's nice not to have a lot of cleanup afterwards. Put that in there. We've got that little guacamole going on in here. Bowl's kind of small, it's not my usual kitchen, but hey, I'll cook wherever I am. So we've been here for 8 days. The very, very first day, we arrived late at night. So the next morning, Samaj had pancakes out. And since then, we've cooked all of our own food. We haven't been out for food since then. So every single meal is done at home, which means we go and buy the food. We're buying it from locals. And then we walk it home. We don't have a car. We do have 2 bicycles, which is awesome. And then we eat it here. So really nice and simple, just how we like it. So as you can see, scramble, you know, it doesn't necessarily look the prettiest, right, in here, but it tastes so good. So really, that's about it. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear if there's anything you'd like to see on the channel. Going forward in the new year, we will be posting a video a week on YouTube. It is extremely important to us that there is a way for people to have information without, when they need it and without paying. But it's also important for you to be able to get more information and for us to be able to feel a little more secure. It's an interesting ride when most of your business is given away. So we hope to find and strike a really good balance and always give lots and lots of value through numbers, right? So I think that it's all about all of us coming together because we're in this together. You know, inside each and every one of us, there's a one woman revolution. I believe that we're born into ordinary lives we're extraordinary beings born into ordinary lives in order to step up to that extraordinary life, right? We need to step up. That means getting out of ourselves. Quite often, making change can be very lonely. I know when I was making change 17 years ago this new year, I was all alone. We didn't have Facebook, admittedly, and the internet the way that it is today. But even then, you know, oftentimes when Kundalini comes and kisses you, she doesn't kiss anybody else around you. You know, you're the only one. And there's this amazing thing happening to you. You're starting to feel better than you've ever felt, but you're alone and nobody really understands it. So I think that when we can come together in community, then we can really, really start to prosper, right? And alone we can do so much, but together we can do so much more. So I'm just looking for ways that we can leverage that and have the biggest bang for your buck and make the most impact. So that's what we're up to. I think I'm going to go now. I love you so much. Scramble is ready to serve. I've got my guacamole, I've got some beans. I'm pretty set. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Look out, we'll be doing a bit of a yoga class live in the near future, and sending you much love. Get your happy back, family and angels. I'll see you live very, very soon. Angel says change can feel very lonely at times. It really can. This is the whole point, sweetheart. It's lonely and yet it's necessary, right? So we don't have to be lonely. We do need to make the change, but we can do it together. And it doesn't have to, as we say, cost an arm and a leg. When there's more of us, we can leverage that and we can do it together. So joining us behind the Patreon curtain, for example, is as little as $1 a month to belong to the community. So go check it out if that feels right to you. That's patreon.com/Hola. I love you so much. Love you, back to Chara. Love you, Adi Sandri. Love you all. Ta-ta.